Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right, I got a take for you guys. Tell me if you think that this is hot or not. Most polls have Baylor ranked somewhere in like the 18 to 22 range, right? I would make the argument that Baylor right now is the most undervalued national title contender that there is in terms of what the public opinion is. And here's why. If you look at what made Baylor great from 2020 until 2022, is that they always had a very good, they were really good offensively. They had great guards. They spaced the floor. They could create, and they combined that with having an elite defense. They couldn't guard anybody last year. They had three little guys in the backcourt that didn't really want to do anything. This year, you had Jaden Nunn, a dog from VCU. You had Jakobe Walter, who's 6'5" and long and is a good defender. You had Rayj Dennis, who can guard, but I think is going to be is a lot more talented. Like everyone's talking about Tylor Perry, Max Asmus transferring in. I think Rayj Dennis is in the conversation for the best
offensive dog.
Yes, addition at the point guard spot. Jalen Bridges, we saw his breakout late last year. I think that Baylor is going to be really, really good because they're going to be really good offensively, and I think they're going to take a big step up on the defensive end. I love this group, Fanta.
I really like them, and you just said it. Defensively last year was not the Baylor that we've become accustomed to seeing. You know, they went into the NCAA tournament, and Creighton really just picked them apart. And that was a great Creighton team, but that was part of the theme last year. They could never fully settle in defensively. And I think that they've now got a group that's going to be able to perform at that level. For them to have Jalen Bridges and Everyday Jonathan Tchamwa still in the picture. They've got guys who understand what Scott Drew's about, what the program's about, and they're going to be settled in the front court. It's by every single account, I have heard Jakobe Walter is a dog.
Really good.
Tough, hard-nosed player who's beyond his years. I'm not going to tell you lies on this spot. I have not watched him play in person. I know that Terrance Oglesby has, but somebody said this to me at Peach Jam that Walter is the epitome of a Scott Drew recruit. So when you bring in that caliber of a player, right, who is in line to hear his name called next June, this is a team that when you combine the guys that they've brought in the backcourt in Rayj Dennis and Jaden Nunn. I mean, when you need a bucket, Rayj is going to be there for you. So, veteran coach, veteran front court, it's out to prove something. Unbelievable freshman talent, and you hit it nicely in the transfer portal. Yes, is Baylor getting undervalued? Without question.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree for all intents and purposes for what you said. I think another thing is having Rayj Dennis, who's been extremely successful in college. You kind of have that go-to scorer early in the season. And then as we've seen in recent years, you have to have this blend of older talent with young super talent. And I would throw Jakobe Walter in there. Myro Little's a very, very good player. But they're going to have guys that can take over at the end of the game. And whenever you're fighting some of these, tooth and nail dragouts that happen in the Big 12, like you're going to have somebody that can create something at the end of the clock. And to me, guys, shot creation at every level of basketball is just at such a premium. And when you have guys that can do that with consistency, and Rayj Dennis has proven he can do that with consistency, and he comes from Toledo, he comes from the MAC, and people are like, well, he's taking the MAC is a tough league.
It's good
to score buckets in. And the fact that he averaged almost 20 a game in the MAC.
Let me put this into context.
It's not changing.
Let me put that into context real quick. Look at the numbers that Amani Bates put up in the MAC last year. Look at the numbers that Rayj Dennis put up in the MAC last year, and look at what Amani Bates is doing right now with the Cavs. All right, just use that as context for what Rayj Dennis averaged 19.5 and 5.8 assists on like 48% shooting from the field and 36% shooting from three. Dude's a ball
on a Toledo team that was really freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. Yeah. So having a guy that can create at the end of the clock with consistency is huge. And then as Jakobe Walter gets more comfortable, that gives you two guys to go along with everything that Fanta said defensively. And And, Jalen Bridges coming back and being a piece, and Chenwa Chachua coming back. How long's he been in college? Feels like forever. It's like him having a season. Yeah, having a season of health. There's so much to like. And you just don't bet against Scott Drew. And then now he's got the bodies and the athletes to play defense like he wants to. They're going to be really tough.
Yeah, two things I'll say. One is Eve Missy, the freshman from Prolific Prep. The
Pep.
The Prolific Pep is going to be a good player. And then Myro Little he didn't get there until late. I think he got there in August because he was playing with his national team. So he's another guy that is going to give you a boost late in the season. And hopefully Langston Love will be able to have an impact this year. He was a little banged up this offseason. So when he gets back healthy, then that will be a nice little bump as well.
Myro Little, another Finnish person coming over.
You love those Scandinavians, T.O.
That I do. Sure. Finnish kids are tough too, man. Oof, a lot tougher than Norwegians.
Big news. The Almanac is officially back. The most exhaustive and comprehensive guide to the 2023-24 college basketball season is available for pre-order now. If you go to cbbalmanac.com, link is in the description below, you can pre-order for just $15.99 or 20% off the sticker price. The format is going to be a little bit different this season. Instead of an 850-page PDF, you'll be getting access to the full site with league-by-league PDFs available for download. The preview will be live on September 20th, so you have until then to be able to get your pre-orders in. So for insight for all 362 Division I teams from their head coaches and the experts that cover them, make sure you hit that link. Thank you for watching The Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.